Hey, what's up guys, it's Tosh and Josh here, and today I want to share with you guys a Pokemon that has absolutely been carrying me in my endless file in PokéRogue. Right now I'm at floor 1528 as you can see, and I for sure would not have gotten this far if I didn't have my good trusty Mega Blageist. Blageist is my fusion between Mega Blastoise and Poltegeist. Now this fusion is really strong because both Pokemon have really strong special attack stats. Plus, you're also adding in Poltegeist's ability of weak armor, which it decreases your defense and increases your speed when you get hit. And also you're adding in Mega Blastoise's really strong natural bulk. But good stats aren't the only reason Blageist is overpowered. This fusion gains access to an insane moveset, which is not only really strong on its own, it abuses a very core mechanic that's specific to PokéRogue. But before getting into the finer details, here's an example of Blageist at its full power. This is a moment in one of my streams. Go into Blageist, it's on recharge, I get a free Shell Smash. Right, yes. I endure here. And I go for a Shell Smash. Now, because it's on recharge, yes. We're +6, +6, +6. This thing is -4. Chat, let's see what happens when I press Sword Power. You guys ready? Oh my god. Okay, so what just happened? There's a lot of things to talk about, but I think the first thing I should mention before even talking about Blageist, is this in the top right corner. So what are these colorful little circles here? These are tokens. These are all things that are attributed to the enemy Pokemon, and there's a lot of really bold ones, like Fusion Token adds a 1% chance that a wild Pokemon will be a fusion, and there's 10 of these. But the scariest one for sure is this, the Damage Token. Increases damage dealt by 5%, and there's 55 of these tokens, so they have insanely boosted damage for absolutely no reason. So in this game, once you get to a certain point, every Pokemon is just essentially going to be one-shotting you. It can be a freaking Rayquaza, it can be a freaking Dash Bun, like right here. Like no matter what the Pokemon is, they're just so boosted that they're just one-shotting you. Like you're hardly gonna live a hit if you're taking a hit. So what does this mean for our Blageist? So Blageist's moveset, as you saw in that clip just now, is Shell Smash, Endure, Hydro Cannon, and Stored Power. Because all these Pokemon are just insane one-shotting machines, the move Endure is actually very valuable. Let me press it right here. I'm gonna use it. It's gonna crunch me. Okay, that's crunch. And as you can see, the weak armor went into effect. That's good. But not only that, what is happening? Defense drop increase, special attack increase. I'm +3, +3, and +1 right now. How did that just happen? So let me explain. So I endured, right? And you saw that my weak armor activated. That's standard, right? I got my -1 defense and my +2 speed. That's normal for weak armor. But I got a bunch of these other stats, like +3 special attack, +1 SPDF. Why did that happen? So in this game, in PokéRogue, the berry system is kind of cracked. To start with the Starf Berry, sharply raises a random stat if HP is below 25%. So my HP dropped below 25%, obviously, right? I was 1 HP, and it sharply raised a random stat. And in this case, I believe I just got lucky and it was special attack. And not only that, I also have the Pataya Berry. You can raise your special attack if HP is dropped below 25%. So that also just happened, which is why it's +3. And another berry activated, I believe it was the SPDF one. I believe that's called the Apricot Berry. I can't find it, but there's a berry that increases your SPDF as well. And there's one that increases your defense. So yeah, there's a bunch of berries that if you just stack them all in one Pokemon and you drop below 25% HP, they're all just going to activate. So that gives a lot of value to the move Endure, because you're essentially bracing a hit, living on 1 HP, and just getting all these berry buffs for free. So now, look, I'm +3, +3, +1. Now I'm insanely strong and I outspeed for sure. And here, this is Stored Power. You saw in that clip where I just one-shot Eternatus. Obviously, Psychic, good for poison, which is why it's good for Eternatus. But why is this move just good in general? Stored Power is a base 20, which is at first looks very until you realize that Stored Power is increased with every stat increase. So we have +3 special attack, +3 speed, +1 SPDF. That's overall +7. And 7 times 20 is 140. 140 plus 20 is 160. So right now, this Stored Power is boosted to 160. So if I press this, this is just gonna immediately obliterate this guy. Yeah, 1/3 of his health bar, 1/3 of his health bar, and he's dead. Okay, so to break it down in a simpler way real quick, the reason why Blageist is broken is because it gets access to weak armor and also the berries, so all you need to do is press endure, and once you brace the hit, you're going to get a bunch of stat increases from your weak armor and also from the berries. Right, I'm now +3, +4, +6, +2, so we have an insane amount of stat buffs, right? And on top of that, we gain access to the move's stored power, which values greatly off of stat increases such as these, right? +4, +2, +6, that's +12. 12 times 20 is 240. This is a 260 boosted stored power, so it's going to be doing 260 base damage to the Stoutland, and yeah, I mean, this thing is just going to get obliterated. But on top of that, we have access to Hydro Cannon, just in case that there's any dark types out there that may be resisting our stored power. Hydro Cannon itself is a 150 base power move as well, so it's quite strong. So up against any bosses, all you need to do is just press this thing, and if it doesn't resist, or if it's not, yeah, if it doesn't resist, you're probably just one-shotting it with your stat buffs. Another thing I should mention is we have access to Shell Smash. We probably saw in the clip where I used Shell Smash on the turn that Eternatus was recharging. If you ever find the chance to use Shell Smash on a good turn, then you pretty much just get +2 attack, +2 special attack, and +2 speed for free. It's not often you use this because, as I mentioned, Pokemon just one-shot you in this game. It's just no avoiding it. But sometimes if a Pokemon uses a recharge move like Eternatus with his Eterna Beam, you can find opportunities to use Shell Smash. So it's good to have it. If not, maybe replace it with another attacking move. That's fine. Okay, so we've talked about how OP Blageist is because of its stats and its moveset. Now let's talk about the items that you're going to run. Now, as we mentioned earlier, we're going to put a ton of berries on it just because it abuses the berry system in this game, right? We don't need to talk about that too much. In terms of the type move boosting items, I have 11 Twisted Spoons and 16 Mystic Waters. I have those obviously to help with the damage of Hydro Cannon and Stored Power. Those should be self-explanatory. But here are the important ones. Let's start with King's Rock. Now, King's Rock is adding a 10% chance to flinch an opponent when you land a hit. Now, you can stack 3 of these at most, and that's going to be a 30% chance, which is not very high until you gain Multi-Lens. What is Multi-Lens? Multi-Lens essentially splits your attacks into different... It basically just makes them like Bullet Seed, Scale Shot, all those 2 to 5 times attacking moves, right? It splits up your attack into different hits, and it does decrease your damage a little bit, but the decreasing of damage falls off the more of these you stack. So I have 3 of these, so it only takes away like 17.5% of the overall damage of the attack. So it's not too bad, but the reason why you would even bother doing this is because when you hit attacks multiple times, it has more odds of doing an effect. Like, for example, you're doing Flamethrower, if you hit 3 times, that's gonna roll more chances to burn, right? Now, with the King's Rock, because you're pairing Multi-Lens and King's Rock, you're gonna have even more chances to flinch when you hit an opponent. Now, having 3 Multi-Lens is gonna split your attack into 4 segments, so that's essentially gonna be rolling King's Rock odds 4 times. And basically, from my experience, like 80 to like 70% of the time, if you don't kill an enemy, they're just getting flinched. It's a really overpowered combo. I think I actually have a clip of it when I was fighting Eternatus. I'll roll that right now. It's bracing though. It's bracing. Oh my god. Literally the only reason why it's living is because it's bracing. But it flinched it. We flinched it. Oh my god. No way. Wait, so we just do it again. Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah, it's just an absurdly broken combo, and it's if you find the chance to get 3 King's Rocks and 3 Multi-Lens, I would heavily recommend putting this on your Mega Blageist. And not even just Mega Blageist, just any carry you're running, like whatever carry it is that you're running, just find 3 King's Rock and 3 Multi-Lens and slap it on them. It's literally just one of the most overpowered and stupid things that you can do. The next thing I want to talk about is Focus Band. Now what this item does is it gives you a 10% chance to just brace a hit. And we were just talking about how Endure is broken, so I guess you guys can already make an assumption of why this is broken, because it leaves you a 1 HP, which is going to be rolling all of your berry effects. You can stack 5 of these, so it gives you a 50% chance of just straight up living a hit. And if you do end up hitting that 50% chance to live a hit, you're going to be rolling all those berries, you're going to be getting hella stat buffs, and that's going to be very beneficial for just killing whatever's in front of you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys either gained some inspiration from this to use Blageist in your run, or maybe just got an idea for another Pokemon that you could use the same strategy with, like Endure, Weak Armor. I'm sure there are some other combos you can run, but this is just the one that I ended up getting and seems like the most apparent, obvious choice. But yeah, I think that's it for me. Peace, guys.